They sold my car behind my back, after I kept their house from falling apart. Let's just call me Eli. I'm 29. I'm an HVAC tech out in Denver. It's not glamorous, but it's honest work. I fix things. I build things. And I've spent the last 5 years quietly holding my family together with duct tape and determination. My dad's hours got slashed during COVID, my mom's back gave out after decades of factory work, and my younger brother Chase, let's call him that, floated through life on a raft made of LinkedIn buzzwords and charm. He called himself a brand strategist. In reality, he helped his girlfriend's boutique set up a Canva account. Still, they adored him. I was the quiet one with a wrench. He was the visionary. And for years, I let it slide. I covered bills without being asked. Repaired plumbing, patched up the roof, kept the house warm in winter and safe with security cameras I installed myself. I even bought groceries when things got tight, left the receipts in the trash so no one would feel embarrassed. I never asked for thanks. But what I got was nothing. No birthday calls. No how are you doing? Texts. Just silence. Unless something broke. Then came my mom's 60th birthday. I wasn't invited. I found out through Chase's girlfriend's Instagram. Backyard party. Fairy lights. Champagne flutes. Everyone dressed up. Caption, can't wait to meet everyone tonight. I called Mom. She picked up with a sigh in her voice. Chase said. It might be awkward. His friends are business professionals. You know. That was the moment something broke in me, not with a bang, but a quiet, soul-crushing click. I didn't rage. I didn't yell. I made a plan. I spent 3 months slowly pulling out. I untangled myself from every part of their household. Cancelled the water filter subscription. Reset their Wi-Fi access. Unlinked the smart thermostat. Logged out of the security cams. I visited less, and every time I did, I took something with me, tools, gear, even pieces of my project car, a 1998 BMW E36 I'd been restoring in their garage. My plan was simple, disappear without drama. Let them figure out what life was like without there just a mechanic around. During this time, Chase played his role perfectly. He started showing up more. Bringing wine. Talking about scaling his consulting services. But he wasn't just performing for our parents, he was poisoning them against me. One night, I overheard him on the phone with Dad. Eli's always been kind of resentful. You know? He thinks he's better than us because he works with his hands. That's why he's been so cold lately. Another time, Mom mentioned how negative I'd become lately, always pulling away. I realized then, Chase was framing my quiet exit as selfishness. He was planting seeds, turning every boundary I set into an act of aggression. And they believed him. The day I stopped answering their calls was the day the furnace finally failed. Winter in Colorado isn't forgiving. Pipes froze. The Wi-Fi stopped working. The garage door broke. Their handyman on demand? Gone. I started getting voicemails. From Dad. What the hell did you do to the thermostat? From Mom. Eli, this isn't funny. We're freezing. Call us. From Chase? Silence. He was smart. He stayed out of the mess he created. Until he didn't. After I stopped answering their calls, I noticed the tone of a few other messages shift. My Aunt Denise, who hadn't texted me in a year, suddenly wrote. You need to stop being so dramatic. Your parents are doing their best. Then Uncle Ray, who I used to help fix his gutters every fall, messaged. I heard you're punishing your mom for not inviting you to a party? Seriously? It didn't take much to piece it together. Chase was at it again. He'd been calling them, feeding them a watered-down version of the truth. Saying I abandoned our parents over some petty argument. Making himself the devoted son who stayed behind while I ran off to live selfishly. No mention of the years I covered bills. Or the car they sold. He made sure the story fit the golden boy narrative. And everyone ate it up. While I was out of town on a long job, they sold my car. My car. 3 years of sweat, cuts, busted knuckles. A full suspension rebuild. Electrical rewiring. Custom seats. OEM steering wheel I tracked down from a collector across the state. Gone. When I confronted them, Dad said, you left it here. We figured you didn't want it. A guy offered $800 cash. $800. The wheels alone were worth that. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just stopped. If you're still here, maybe this is hitting too close to home. Maybe you've been the one holding everything together while they praise someone who barely shows up. These stories? They're not just about betrayal. They're about breaking patterns. If that speaks to you, stick around. Like. Subscribe. You're not alone anymore. Suddenly, I was the villain. They posted about me on Facebook. Mom status. When family turns their back on you in your time of need, broken heart emoji, but we're strong. God gives his hardest battles to his toughest warriors. I wasn't tagged, of course. But friends knew. Neighbors knew. People started messaging me to make peace. And Chase? He DM'd me. Look man, I didn't know they'd sell your car. I was out of the loop. Bull. He lived there. Then he added. But you kinda brought this on yourself. You could have been part of things if you didn't act like you were better than us. That was it. Not only did he frame me as arrogant, he weaponized my silence. Winter hit hard. Their backup heating failed. A pipe burst behind the washer. They tried hiring contractors, everyone quoted them thousands. Suddenly, I was worth something again. They came to my place. Hat in hand. We were wrong. We need you. Just fix the heating system. Just that. I asked, where's Chase? He's busy. He's got meetings. He can't handle this stuff. No apology. No ownership. Just expectation. I told them I'd match Chase's monthly contributions. Crickets. I told them if they signed over partial ownership of the house to me, I'd help. Dad exploded. You ungrateful little bastard. After all we did for you? I opened the door and pointed outside. You sold my car. Lied about me. Let your golden boy sabotage me, and still think you're owed my time. You're not. They left. That was the last time I saw them. One Sunday, they invited me to lunch. Just a calm chat, Mom said. I should have known better. When I arrived, they had the dining room table set, cold sandwiches, 2 untouched glasses of lemonade, and Chase sitting at the head like he was hosting a conference. We're worried about you, he started. I laughed. Loudly. Mom chimed in, this distance. It's not healthy. You've changed. You're shutting everyone out. Dad folded his arms and added, you need to stop this nonsense and come home. Fix the house. Help out. Be part of the family again. There it was. Not a conversation. Not love. Just leverage. I looked each of them in the eye and said, you don't miss me. You miss the version of me who broke his back for you while you ignored him. Then I stood up and walked out. Chase called after me. You'll regret this. But what I regret most is not leaving sooner. 6 months later, Chase launched a GoFundMe. Title, Help My Parents Rebuild After a Year of Hardship. In the description? He wrote. My brother walked away when things got hard. I stayed. But we can't do this alone. It went semi-viral. Neighbors donated, old co-workers of my dad chipped in. People sent me the link. Furious. I didn't say a word. Just reported it as fraud. I live in peace now. Small house. Clean garage. I'm working on a new E36, a cleaner one, with custom parts I designed myself. And this time, no one touches it but me. If you've ever been the one they only call when things fall apart, this story is for you. Like, share, and subscribe. Because sometimes, the hardest thing isn't walking away. It's realizing they never truly saw you at all.